learn something during that trial period. Make sure that you learn something during that healing period. If you haven't learned it, you'll repeat the same process. I want you to think of some of the terrible things that you went through. It was a healing process that God allowed you to go through. It's out of your system, almost out of your mind. But wait a minute. If you're not careful and guard against that, it'll repeat itself.
Yes, sir.
I'm praying for female problems. I'm praying for discharge problems. Both male and female. That's what he told me. Male and female. In the bowels area. Things where we don't like to discuss. Embarrassing things. It's as sure as I'm praying for that. I'm praying for that. I'm praying for diseases. We have heart diseases. And you got to understand, when you've been delivered from, you got to stop smoking, you got to stop drinking and stuff. And when you practice these things and go back, you're endangering yourself again. Did you what I said? I'm serious. That's why I want you to write something down. I want you to get something out of this morning. I don't want you to feel, this ain't no feel-good session. You ain't on the couch. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I want to get this in your understanding. The Bible said, out of all thy getting, get an understanding. Regarding against these. Don't just come to sing, to shout, and dance. Come to receive something. Heart diseases, heart conditions, kidneys, healing in that area. Livers. And I try to get away from it, but the spiritual, sexual disease. Sexual, you want to say disease, but dis-ease. Did you hear me? This is a day and time that's never been before. And you got to understand, your flesh calls out for something. I'm not trying to be too vulgar. Your flesh calls out for something. And your flesh controls you. You're not strong enough. Now, I ain't going to be preaching Paul and Silas locked up in jail delivered. Not today. But your flesh controls you. And before you know it, you're already into something. But you don't know where your partner has been. Don't care what they tell you, you still don't know. You still don't know. And some things, the devil is not dumb, contrary to popular opinion. You let some things subside just to trap the people of God. I know some of you try to say, people of God shouldn't be involved in it anyway. But maybe that's for you. But we're living in this world. And we got to continually seek after the Lord. Because if we don't continually seek after the Lord, these things will overtake us. They'll overthrow us. And if we're not praying, and God knows I'm right today. If we're not praying, these things will come on us. Some already here. We got to pray. God delivers. Some of us are too hard-headed. God been trying to get our attention. He said at the beginning of the book, in Genesis, right around the 6th chapter, I believe it was Genesis 6th chapter, my spirit would always cry with me. We ain't going to be here all the time. You're going to look up for me. Where you at, Lord? The Bible says Samson, he wished not that the spirit had left him. That kills out any train of thought. What is that? He eternal security. Ain't no such thing. Security systems are failing around the world. We had the tightest one ever in Washington, D.C. Ain't no way you could get in the White House. And a couple showed you, they just walk right up to the president, shaking hands, taking pictures. And it's a shock even now. Folk every day being called on the carpet. FBI, CIA, folk being called up, they can't understand. They want to put it on that woman. It wasn't all her fault. She didn't do it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It's a shock. How in the world? We never thought that no bomb would ever penetrate on the soil of the USA until September 11th, 2000. They never thought. They built the Titanic.
Yes, sir.
Unsinkable ship. No, the press.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no way nothing can sink this ship. But, bro, you say, oh, you saying that I can't do that. And God just, some of his saliva just hardened up. He's the ice. And he let it float out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. In the same way God told him, I can't do it. Let the iceberg just float. And the Titanic, they partying on their way. I always kind of happy at a party because we at our strength. The flesh is at his strength. I don't hear nobody talking. You know, there's partying at Job's, at one of Job's houses, all his children there. Getting down. Always happens when the flesh is in charge.
Yes, sir.
When the flesh is in charge, when you mind, hey, I'm feeling myself today.
Yes, sir.
Take heed. God's in charge here. All through the Bible, when you see the flesh is in full command. David at the peak of his career, the strongest, and he decided to take a little break, a little sunshine break, cloudy day. Stroll on the rooftop.
Yes, sir.
Just having a nice time, enjoying life.
Yes, sir.
But he's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yes, sir. And he looks up and sees that beautiful black woman over there, few housetops away, taking her son down. She went up there innocent. Ain't nobody here. All the men are out fighting.
Yes, sir.
Women ain't never their children. I'm not married yet. I don't have no children yet. So I can just go on up here and sunbathe. Right when the flesh is at its peak.
Yes, sir.
Enjoying myself.
Yes, sir.
Keeping myself together, because when my husband when he come on leave, I'm gonna be ready.
Yes, sir.
And all of a sudden, David had another thought. At the peak of his military career, thou mighty man of valor.
Amen.
Let me move on. I'm going somewhere. This is what I'm in prayer for. But let me tell you this. Let me breeze through this in about 20 minutes here, if you don't mind. In the 38th chapter of Isaiah, I want y'all to hear this. In the 38th chapter of Isaiah, it begins to talk about, in those days was Hezekiah sick unto death.
Yes, sir.
In those days, he was sick unto death.